Boy, there are two hot pitcher names on the trade market right now. One of them's a Yankee. What's going on, everybody? So the Yankees, after last night's exciting walk-off victory against the Philadelphia Phillies, they scored 3 in the ninth, bottom of the ninth last night to walk it off. They're back at it again against Tampa Bay. I have the lineup for you. But I want to go over two names first right now. Right, Dlyan and Will Warren for the Yankees, who are the guys that teams, 9 teams, and this is Jeff Passan reporting, some other folks as well. 9 teams have tried to trade for Dlyan already, and over half a dozen teams have tried to trade for Will Warren without success. So it just goes to show you, Dlyan seems to be like the now guy. Will Warren seems to be the later guy. And Will Warren has shown quite a bit of maturity and growth since his little brief start with the Yankees last year, which was not very great. But he's shown a heck of a lot of growth now. And it's the reason why the Yankees are turning down trades, even though they're looking for a right-handed bat, even though they need a bat regardless. They don't want to fork up Will Warren for it. I don't blame them. They think very highly of him, and he's showing them why. He's justifying their faith, which is fantastic too, by the way. I do think a move will happen, so just make sure if you're a fan and you're not subbed to this channel, just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. That way, when stuff happens, you'll be notified right away. You won't miss anything. And I thank you so much for it. We're marching towards 30K subs now. Your support really, really means the world. Now, with that said, what would you do? Okay, who would you be willing to move for a right-handed bat? The Yankees are actively looking for a right-handed bat. We've talked about this for better part of the last week. And there's not really many people. I mean, Brian Cashman, I think he's right. He says there's really not many people out there that are available, that are worth overpaying for, either in prospects or salary and whatnot. You know, the prevailing sentiment is the Yankees should bring in J.D. Martinez. I get it. Okay, to replace Giancarlo Stanton. But Giancarlo Stanton is now coming back to camp. There's no timetable for his return, but it sounds like we're hearing Memorial Day or a little bit after, maybe May or June. But it's better than the whole year. But that's now. That could change. Prognosis can change for all we know. Which is why I think the Yankees are actively searching for a bat. And probably one that's a pretty decent bat. Who, I don't know yet. Right? But I do expect them to bring in somebody. But I mentioned this last night too. I mean, there are a couple of in-house options, like T.J. Rumfield, who's been displaying quite a bit of power, right? And then some other folks, J.C. Escara, right, who I think has solidified the backup catcher role. And when he's not catching, because Austin Wells is catching, maybe he DHs. So maybe they don't need to bring in somebody like J.D. Martinez. Escara is batting like .350 right now with 3 homers and 7 ribbies just in the spring. He's displaying some serious power from the lefty side. I know they're looking for a righty bat, but this could give them an option. They could still bring in a righty bat for third base, right? T.J. Rumfield can play third base, but he's a lefty bat. So, and this really, it really makes me wonder who in the world is going to make the bench, right? Ben Rice and Escara, that could work because Ben Rice could back up first base, right? So, but I would hate to see T.J. Rumfield miss a chance, but I do think I think he deserves a call up at some point this year, whether it's an injury fill-in or something. I don't know. I do think he's deserves a call up. Escara, I think, has solidified his case to make this team, to go up north with the Yankees. And a couple other guys. I mean, Dom Smith has a good shot at making the squad. Ben Rice has a good shot at making the squad. But I think it's going to right down to the wire. Andrew Velasquez has a good chance of making the squad, which is why I'm not sold on Peraza making it. He doesn't have any options either. I wonder if Oswaldo Cabrera is going to make it. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, I think he will. I'm leaning towards that he will because of his positional versatility. But I don't know. There's some guys now that are putting these guys' feet to the fire in spring training and giving them a run for their money, which is a good thing. Good, healthy competition in the spring. So ultimately, we want the bench to be as strong as it can be. We want the bottom part of this lineup to be as strong as it can be. Right? And the Yankees have displayed more aggressive base running, just like they did last night. Right? And just more fundamentally intelligence across the board. And yesterday, there was a couple of, a combination of sloppy playing in the beginning of the game that they made up for later on in the game with some other sound play. which is good. This is something that I haven't seen the Yankees of yesteryear, right? I haven't seen the Yankees do that. Generally, I see the Yankees fumble over themselves repeatedly and not really make up for it or redeem themselves in the same game, which they did last night. Okay, which is good to see. But I just like to see the more aggressive approach at the plate too from all their hitters, even guys that could at best make the bottom part of the lineup, at best make the bench. So what? It's better than nothing. It's better than we've had for years. Okay, I love the way Cody Bellinger's playing. Love the way Paul Goldschmidt's playing. New guys here, right? So I think they're going to bring some length and some veteran skill, and I think they're going to make this lineup better. They're going to make this team better. And they're good fits here too. So, but you give me your thoughts. Dylan Cease, my guess he gets moved of the two, probably at the deadline to a team that's looking for that one final piece. Especially if the Padres are out of contention at that point. You know, if they're behind the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, I could see them moving him. Will Warren, I can't see him getting moved. And I don't think there's anybody worth moving him for right now at this point. So, but you let me know what your thoughts are. Okay. I'm curious to know who that righty bat's going to be. I just don't know. Right. But in the meantime, while we wait and see, here's today's lineup against the Rays. Austin Wells is leading off at catcher. Jason Dominguez batting second in left field. Dominic Smith's batting third at first base. Oswaldo Cabrera is batting fourth in right field. Pablo Reyes batting fifth, third base. He's giving these guys a run for their money too. Yorbit Vivas also giving them a run for their money, batting sixth at second base. Ronaldo Hernandez batting seventh at DH. Andrew Velasquez batting eighth at shortstop. And Ismael Munguia batting ninth in center field. This guy's giving Jason Dominguez, I think, a run for his money. So, and obviously on the mound is Will Warren. And this guy Munguia he's coming out of nowhere. And I know the common sentiment is Dominguez will make the team and should, but we're gonna have a second outfielder on the bench. It might be him instead of Everson Pereira. It might be him instead. Like, does he make Trent Grisham expendable? Trent Grisham's displayed some power, but this guy's really hitting well, Munguia, and playing well. And guys like this, or does he become trade bait for a pitcher? You know, and that's the other part. I mean, I would like to see other guys get a chance, but I would also like to see the guys that we have here also get a chance. So this is a good problem to have depth right now. I know the Yankees farm is ranked lower, but this is what happens when you promote guys to the majors, right? The farm takes a hit in ranking, so it is what it is. But I'm confident of the bullpen. And I mean, I've said this the last couple of days too. Though the majority of the Yankees games last couple of years have been won or lost in the 6th, 7th, and 8th, 9th inning, which is where we need our bullpen to be the strongest. And it looks like the Yankees are putting forth a pretty strong bullpen. They're putting together piece by piece. And the guys that they acquired here this offseason, I think they're going to be pretty strong too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this final product looks like and what the final product going up to the Bronx looks like. And then when Cole comes back next year, Stanley comes back, and Hill comes back, and so on, how much these guys boost the team moving forward. Give me your thoughts. I'll be live after the game. We'll recap the game, but I'm going to do my 7 bold predictions for the Yankees in the 2025 season. So come and join me for that. Let's go, Yankees.